How y'all are, guys? It's Joey making another video. I figured maybe I'll do a more day-to-day life so people can understand the day-to-day of this disease. It's something you have to deal with every day. It's a full-time lifestyle. You know, you got to pick it up every day and run with it. Otherwise, it'll run you over. So you got to get in front of it. You know, it's like that disease. You got to get in front of it. And I made a mistake yesterday in not getting in front of it. And can you guess? Well, one thing I did yesterday that was very, very foolish was eat 1.5 king-size candy bars. Now, sugar is not a good idea on this disease. That's one thing I can unequivocally say. You know, you could say you should do a ketogenic diet. You should do a carnivore diet. You should do a plant-based diet. All of those probably good ideas to try out. Probably a good idea to try out an elimination diet. But sugar of that quality and of that kind is very, very foolish. And I suffered the price for it. I woke up. Now, the good thing is I was healing fast, but I did have to put a Band-Aid here. And this one was hurting, this one hurt. It doesn't hurt anymore, which is great. Before, you know, last year, it would have hurt like for days. And I couldn't put my hands in my pockets. And so I'm really happy that, you know, I can, look at that. I'm really happy that I can heal fast from this and it doesn't hurt, because that's a nagging pain. And if you don't know, I'm a special education teacher. So my kids grab me, they scratch me, they hug me, they hold my hand, they do everything. Like, if you don't like being touched, it's not the job for you. And you can see that's just for my students, and that's okay. I'm the person for the job. I love my job. I'm the person for that job, okay? So no worries. There's no ill will or bad sentiment there. So, you know, I woke up in the morning. It's always tough in the winter time putting clothes on. And so this winter, I just been wearing the same like outer shirt, like honestly like 2 or 3. And I woke up today with no shirt on, which is kind of good for me. Being more in tune with my body and my muscle wasting is actually good for me. So I'm feeling my body, I'm feeling my bones, I'm actually more in tuned. Sorry if that offends you. Sorry, not sorry. But you know, I'm being more in tune, and I have been working out my muscles here. I think I got a vein coming through. But I'm just looking at my muscle, my skin stretching. You can't see it here, but I have skin stretching. I have, you know, just some fat's coming back. People are like, what did you do to lose weight? You don't want it. You don't want it. You don't want this. You can even see some pushed in here. And so I'm trying to get that unstretched, because it's not like uncomfortable, but they actually say, and that one good thing about Scleroderma is that your skin does, I'm actually really happy for that, but it does stretch your face out. And they do that sometimes in like Botox injections or something, I don't know. So, sorry, it's raining hard here. So, I'm at my daughter's soccer right now, but I wake up in the morning, and I hope this isn't too loud. One thing that I do is I take my pills in the morning. You know, I take my antidepressant, so that is Wellbutrin. It's been helping tremendously, and now I've been able to take it every day. Before, I had to take it every other day because the acid reflux was so high, and it also raised my blood pressure, which made my fingers even worse. And I think that, in combination with me eating a candy bar with full of sugar, though it's sometimes it's like two things combined. You know, so for me, it was the Wellbutrin I took again. This is the 3rd day in a row. I usually been skipping days. But my doctor wants me to take it every day. So I've been doing that, but my blood pressure's kind of been going up, so it's kind of been setting off my Raynaud's, especially in the morning. And then secondly, the candy bar. And so I had to struggle, you know, I go into work. I was actually late to work. Going back to the clothes, you know, I wear I wear multiple layers of clothes in the winter because it's hard to change clothes. My muscles are like, they don't stretch like they do. I'm so cold. And so I had 2 shirts I would just wear for a day and a half straight, and then I would change at night, put on, kind of put on my clothes the night before, sleep in my clothes so I don't have to wake up in the morning and put new clothes on. Hey man, I work with kids. They don't care how I look. No one cares how I look. I've given up on that a long time ago. I'm married, I'm old. So, getting to work was late, still struggling with being on time. Although that's just maybe personal. But, just being slow, you got to give yourself extra time to get into work, right? I take my pills. My wife makes me coffee. She's an angel. Having a support system is so helpful. She's beyond a support system. She's a support, soulmate. And work was good, except it's tough in the morning. It's tough. I don't know about you, if you have it, or if you know someone who has scleroderma, systemic sclerosis, dermatomyositis. But the mornings are always the most difficult for me with symptoms and conditions. I don't know. Maybe I just felt that today, and that's why I'm saying it. So my fingers hurt, and I had to put Band-Aids on. And I work with some teacher assistants, and it's always difficult talking about your disease with people because sometimes people don't care. Or you'll pour your heart out a little bit. You're like, this is actually a very serious autoimmune condition. I had to take off last year for a big chunk of time on disability. And, I have to keep up my health. That's why I always say no to the food you bring. I got a burp, hold on. Oh, I didn't want to record that burp on camera. I'm sorry if the rain's too loud. And that's a minor thing. The burping, I don't care. But I can tell if I take a deep breath in, like I will inhale air because that is weak, whatever that is. Esophageal, whatever. I forget the word. Yeah, I did a raspberry at you. Deal with it. No. And so, this instance, the person I was talking to, she actually cared about what I had. And I went into it for about 120 seconds, 2 minutes. It felt really good being able to talk to her about it. And she was way concerned. That's another problem too, is that they're overly concerned. You have a muscle condition and a skin condition. It's never in the middle, wow, you do a good job, wow, good on you. I don't know, no, don't do that to me. I don't need that accolade. I don't need that. But I think that would be an appropriate response. Man, good job, wow, good on you, mate, good on you. You don't have to speak with an Australian accent. I don't know why I did that. But I appreciated being able to talk about it. This is why I have these Band-Aids on, because I'm gonna have to deal with this kid, that kid, and the other kid. They're gonna want to hold my hand, scratch me a little bit, or I'm gonna have to lift stuff up, and it kind of hurts right now. I wouldn't be able to do this last year, but I did it, and so it worked out. But I was able to explain myself, because it's why do you got all this crap? Why are you out of breath? Why do you need help putting your coat on? Why are you so skinny? Why do you always say no to food when we bring food? Why does it always have to be diet or zero sugar cola? Why is your face stretchy? Why do you wear the same clothes, this day and that day? I don't think they care. Oh, good. Look, don't look down on me for that. But in the winter, it's so cold that sometimes I'll wear the same undershirt because it keeps deep warmth for me. I can't be the only one. And I know it smells a little bit, but I'll put it in body deodorant, or I'll tell myself I will. Okay, enough of that. So I was able to do that. But at around 10:30, 11, I kind of forgot about the pain. It kind of went away. I didn't eat anything but a banana. So I had a banana. I know it's got carbs in it, but I'm really struggling to stay. Obviously, I ate a candy bar and a half, king size, yesterday. So that flew out the window. But I always my baseline is that. And so But I ate way better today. Way better. And I'm reaping the benefits. I'm reaping the benefits of eating better. But I noticed like even my wrist kind of hurt too. And I was like, man, I am foolish for doing that. I know it's going to hurt me. I know combined with things that raise my blood pressure. So I do take L-citrulline, which opens up your vascular pathways. I really like L-citrulline. So that's been helpful to kind of counteract the high blood pressure, because the Wellbutrin has made me so like, it's low dose. I mean, it's the lowest dose you could have, but it's just been getting me over that hump, you know, that like I've been putting my all into work, and so I'm giving 100%, which I really want to do. I don't want to be that teacher that sits there and just puts the TV on, is tired. No. You got the wrong teacher, buddy, because like I want my students to be like, oh man, I got this teacher. Like I want that, like I want to be a teacher who's like, no, we working today. Sit down, get your buckets, we're working today. And that's the teacher I was able to be. And part of it is that like thing in your brain, that dopamine, you know. I have that joy in my heart for my kids at work. I have that joy in my heart for my kids and wife at home. But sometimes you just need that. So please, the thing that we don't talk enough about it with, well, maybe they do, with this disease, it is depression. Gotta take care of your depression every day. You can see the skin flapping. See that? I'm nervous with the hot weather, because before I was able to hide behind a sweater. I would have 2 sweaters on, man. Like undershirt, regular shirt, sweater, another sweater, or like a hoodie. Although wearing hoodies in my job is not a good idea, but sometimes I would just wear hoodies, or like a big hoodie type shirt without the hood, a hoodieless hood. So yeah, I feel a little bit exposed, and I'm noticing, you know, the skin flappage, but I am using one of these things. Hold on. This has been great, and I'm kicking ass on this, dude. I'm like, where before it was a struggle just to get it. Do that. Get one of those. Do that. Even if you can't push it all the way, just do it halfway, because that's what I was doing. I was doing it halfway. I didn't have the energy to do it much too. It was just like, do that. Do it without anything. Do this exercise. Look, do that. Look how skinny I am. I've just been doing this like I'm trying to get a semi truck to honk its horn. Honk. Okay. But you can just see the wasting, the fat's gone, and it's a vulnerable time, you know, for me. I definitely can't get that, but I do have like a big leg muscle. Where is it? Like I got like a big leg muscle from using the exercise bike, and it's like my prized possession, my muscle. But anyway, I put in all at work. We did a training for an hour at the end of the day. I put my all into that. And I get home. I have to drive through Washington, D.C. traffic. I live in Maryland suburbs. That's not fun. And then I get home. My son, very happy to see me. He's 2. So I got to keep up energy. He wants to talk about rocket ships. And we've been talking about the Apollo 11 missions. So he wants to learn about the Saturn V rocket. So cool. I bought all these, like, yeah, I'm flexing. Don't think I'm not. What? I bought this like rocket thing that's way out of my league, and we gotta like glue it together, get all the parts. And then my oldest daughter is learning how to play cards. She's like very moody right now. She's 14. Super moody. Just like, yeah. That's no offense to her. Every kid goes through that, but it's like she needs me, and I got to give her time too. So we've been playing card games like euchre. I grew up in Michigan. That's a very popular game. And man, just hearing her talk, it's just like, it's very, like, that's probably the tiredest I am dealing with her, because it's like she requires so much from you. I'm not saying I'm complaining. I love my daughter. She's worth it. Worth every second of it. But she probably requires the most emotional energy right now, and it's tiring. And then my 10-year-old, I got to take her to soccer from 7 to 8. I'll get home at 8, probably read, or 8:15, 8:20, 8:25. I'll read some bedtime stories, and 9:30 I'll have to exercise. Although today I did exercise a lot. We had PE at school, and so at PE I run too. I run with the kids, and I'm able to run actually. Oh, I got another burp coming. See, I do this in class where I'll get a burp, and I'll just show you. Sorry. Is that gross? Because, like, okay, I just showed that to you just to show you, like, I'll get air down there, and I just have to expel it like that, or I'll cover my mouth as much as I can. Sorry. I'm only doing that to show you the example. I'm sorry if that offends you. Actually, whatever. And you can see my swallowing. I need water. But I do a lot of talking all day too. And so it's tiring, man. It's tiring when I have so much energy. I think I have a lot of energy. Like, compared to last year, I do have a lot of energy. One thing is my faith, okay, gives me a lot of energy. My wife, my kids. Drinking a lot of this thing. I learned about this. It's called water. It's for free. It comes out of the faucet for free. Make sure you're drinking water. I got on an antidepressant. I take a very small dose of methylene blue, and I've been taking vitamin D, 10,000 milligram IUs a day. And I take my essential vitamins, iron, magnesium, zinc, L-citrulline, and it feels good. I still get like the sick vomit feels, but I remember this time last year I was taking vitamins too, and it didn't feel good. I would get to work like, oh, I ate all those vitamins. Oh, maybe that's the wrong combination. And maybe I did have the wrong combination. But I think with this, there's so many deficiencies that you just got to be careful with it. You got to trial and error. And sometimes I do get a little sick to my stomach, taking them a little bit. I haven't taken any immunosuppressant for 6 months. I still get that vomit feel, that methotrexate vomit feel, although it comes maybe 3 to 4 times a day for like 180 seconds, and then it's gone. Why don't you take immunosuppressants? Take them. If you can take them, please take them. I don't know your condition. I'm not telling you to stop them, but they didn't work for me. They did not work for me. They made things worse. They improved things, but they made things worse in other ways. So, that's where I was. I applied for a clinical trial for a stem cell CAR T therapy. I got denied today. I got the report that I don't qualify. I looked for another one in Panama, and that's like $26,000. Can't afford that. And so the search continues. That's my therapy is stem cell therapy. So if you know anyone that does stem cell therapy, let me know, because that's what I'm looking for. And yeah, overall a good day. Overall a really good day. I'll try to record the stuff as I do it next time. A day in the life of a scleroderma person. I've been at times where I've been like, how I could never do something like this. And I want to let you know that this time last year, my finger was black from necrosis here and on the other one. I couldn't run. I couldn't go up the stairs without huffing and puffing Definitely not blowing no houses down. Couldn't pick up my son. I was late to work all the time. I took a lot of days off. I took disability off. I stayed home during the weekends and just laid in bed because I couldn't get out. And now it's a lot different. So sometimes it just takes time for your changes to take effect, okay? You can do this. You've done it. You're doing it. Do not give up. If you feel like you want to give up, you need to take care of your depression or whatever that is. You need to do that now. Do it now. Do it right now. Okay? Turn the YouTube off and do that now. Set something up now. Get an advocate right now. Right now. If you're watching this with somebody, talk to them right now. If you're like, I'm just sad and I don't know, I just don't have the energy to do that. Well, you need to take care of that now. Immediately. Get a doctor that could see you as soon as possible. Because if you're not like mentally sharp, or capable, depressed, then you're not going to do stuff like take your vitamins every day. You're going to be like depressed, and that makes sense. So please do that. Please do that. And make sure you got your support, people. And remember, we're here for each other. I love you guys, and we're a team, and we're going to be thriving together. So hopefully you like the video. I hope it helps, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.